Good evening, good evening. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. I'm your host, Brian Taylor Bridges. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. Y'all come on in for a brief moment. Got a very disturbing case for everyone out of San Diego, you all. This is a very sad story also because it happens to deal with foster kids. This week we had been talking a lot about foster kids, and we had one very sad case in which parents had to actually adopted a child, you all, that they had literally abused. I said they literally abused this child and stuffed him in a washing machine, you all. But this case we have tonight is out of San Diego, you all. And, it happens to be a very sad case also, which involves a foster kid that was adopted. But in this particular case, you all, I was trying to explain earlier about the differences between foster children and adopted kids, you all. And in this case, like we had been talking about and discussing how foster parents may be very much in love with their children, you all, not in a situation where they actually want to give their children up. They may have been in some kind of domestic altercations or could have been possible addicts. And in this case, this young sister was a mental health patient, you all. So in this particular case, the city of San Diego, the judge and the judicial system, whoever was over the CPS system, deemed to see that this mother was an unfit parent just because of the things that she had actually gone through, you all. And in this situation, they had actually taken the children from this mother and placed them with a foster care parents, you all. And in this situation, we had allegations, so forth and so on, from the schools that the child had actually been attending, you all. They had reached out to the biological parent, which is also very hurt, you all, at this particular point in time. And condolences go out to her as well, you all. Before I get off into the actual story, what actually happened, you all, because this is a sad case in which a foster mother was also an elder of a MegaChurch, you all. So there is no way, shape, form, or fashion. It's not so much about the MegaChurch and the dealings with the MegaChurch, you all, because they had perceived that this woman was an outstanding, upstanding citizen, you all. And in this case, she had to be the Wicked Witch of the West. I said she had to be the Wicked Witch of the West, you all, because in this particular case, she had to, pretty much abuse these children, and they were found to be malnourished, you all, which means they hadn't been consuming very much food at all. Like I said, this is a very sad case, and I don't know why they particularly are sweeping this thing under the rug as though it has not happened, you all. But like I said, I wanted to go over a lot of things in this particular case before I actually read the article and also share the news clip with you all. There was a lot of different articles that I was able to read and actually get across, you all. Kind of want to get a broad perspective this actual case. Like I said, the foster mother also turned herself in. Well, she didn't turn herself in. They were arrested. I said that she was arrested and her parents, you all. But not only that, what seemed to be also baffling to me was her husband, you all. Her husband's name was Brian McCormack, and this man was a 19-year U.S. Border Patrol agent, you all. And when he was informed of the situation that had actually occurred, he blew his head off, or particularly committed suicide right in the face of his fellow officers, you all. This case is, like I said, very sad. It's a lot of other things that could have possibly had going on with this child besides the actual malnutrition, besides abuse, you all. Because like I said, for a 19-year service member to actually commit suicide right while he's being informed of the situation. I mean, these particular officers didn't know what to think, didn't know what was going on or why he had actually done this, you all. Well, I give you an example. I just flat out tell you all, he also was guilty and played a significant part in this child's torture and neglect, you all. Like I said, this was a very sad case out of San Diego, you all. And like I said, I'm gonna get straight off into that. But before I get off into this particular situation, copyright disclaimer under Title 17 USC Sections 107, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute and might otherwise be infringed. Non-profit, educational, and personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. It tips to balance in favor of fair use, you all. And like I said, this case is very sad and disturbing, you all. And one thing I didn't understand was why the judge, he had also arrested the grandparents, and their faces were pretty much covered. The judge mandated that their faces be covered during the trials, so forth and so on, you all. And I don't understand for the life of me why he is actually doing this, you all, because these particular elders did not have dementia. I said that they did not have dementia, so they absolutely knew what was going on, just as Officer Brian McCormack had also known also, you all. And this is why the man particularly committed suicide right in front of the faces of other law enforcement, because like I said, he was very ashamed of himself and probably ashamed of the things that he would have to face moving forward, you all. Like I said, it's a very sad case because this woman is very sickening, and her name is Laticia, you all. Laticia McCormack, you all, out of San Diego. And like I said, I'm going to get off into this story. And here on TikTok, I'm sorry, you all. And thank you for whoever is joining me over here for this brief moment. But I wasn't able to actually charge my phone up as much as I would have liked it to. So I was trying to get on to share a brief moment with you all also. This is my third or fourth TikTok live, so I was actually able to just learn a few of the features need to download and so forth and upload and things of this nature, you all. I don't know why they're not sharing it straight to the platform, but I'm sure I will learn these features later. If you all want to join me, you all are welcome to at Brian Bridges on YouTube. That's at Brian Bridges, BRIEN. That's BRIEN BRIDGES. Thank you, you all. Like I said, we may it may end over here on TikTok, so you all are welcome to join me at Brian Bridges on YouTube. Here we go. It said MegaChurch elder parent charged in murder and torture of an adopted daughter, Arabella McCormack, you all. Excuse me. Arabella is her name, you all. And condolences go out to Arabella again and her mother. It said an ordained elder at the San Diego MegaChurch and her parents have been arrested on allegations of child abuse and torture in the death of a woman adopted 11-year-old daughter. It said Laticia McCormack, 49, was charged on Monday with murder and 3 counts of torture and 3 counts of willfully cruelty to a child in the death of Arabella McCormack, you all. It said the San Diego County Sheriff Department said McCormack's father, Stanley Tom, 75 years old, was arrested on the same charges, while the mother, Adela Tom, 70 years old, was slapped with torture and cruelty charges. It said the 3 suspects allegedly abused and tortured McCormack's 3 daughters for about 5.5 years, you all, leading up to Arabella's death in the late August, you all. It said reported cruelty and criminal complaints already, you all. So like I said, they had been making allegations at school and reporting this to the CPS and the biological mother, you all. And like I said, that's what was the most disturbing to me, because in these foster kid situations, like I said, and I always try to explain, these parents are just in a bad situation, and they are still actually fighting for their children, you all. And this case happened to be one of these cases of such a magnitude. So condolences go out to the biological mother. Again, I will get off into her name, so forth and so on. And I do, like I said, I did pick this news article and news clipping because it also shared her story, you all. And this was one of the most important things that I wanted people to understand tonight. It said McCormack and her parents, who were arrested on Monday, all pled not guilty to their first court hearing Wednesday. Arabella's sister, ages 6 and 7, who have been placed in foster families, Sheriff Lieutenant Chris Stephens told the Union Tribune, you all. It said an adopted mother volunteered as an ordained elder at the Rock Church. So this was the mega church that she had actually belonged to. And at this church, she was an elder and a coordinator, you all. So they had previously suspended her, which is the church's actually saying, and they had planned to revoke her, you all. This was also before this had actually happened. It said, which was founded and led by former NFL Miles McPherson, you all. It said on August 30th, deputies responded to a call of child distress at the home of Lakeview in Spring Valley area of San Diego County. Officials said the child, Arabella, was rushed to a local hospital where she had later died, you all. It said detectives suspected signs of possible child abuse and contacted Arabella's adopted father, Brian McCormack, a 19-year-old U.S. custody and patrol agent who committed suicide in their presence, according to the Tribune, you all. So, like I said, as these officers had rolled up on him and was just trying to only make him aware what had just happened at his location, because he wasn't actually there, you all. And this man proceeded to went on ahead and commit suicide right then and there. So it said on Tuesday, as Stevens said, it was unclear why he had killed himself and whether or not he was involved in the child abuse, which left the girl with bruises and several levels of malnutrition, the paper said. It said outside the courtroom Wednesday, the girl's biological mother, Tarana Flory, you all, and condolences go out to Sister Tarana Flory. I will be praying for you. We will all be praying for you, and that you get justice for your family and that you regain the custody of your younger kids, you all. This is my prayer to her, and this is what I hope with this video also, you all. So like and share if you happen to like this video. It said, told the Union Tribune that the Child Protective Service took her daughter because of domestic violence with their father. So like I said, Flora also said that she suffered from a bipolar disorder, adding that it could have been the mom that courts wanted me to be, that she couldn't actually be the mama that the courts had demanded her to be, you all. Like I said, man, they just was pulling out all the stops on this lady, and being that this woman was a church member and her husband was a border patrol agent, so forth and so on, they thought that they would actually be better parents than the biological mother themselves. You know, I don't know who could actually do something like that, or who can actually have a mind frame to believe such a thing like this, because God gave her them children. I said it. God himself gave her them children for her, you all. And this is one of the reasons why I believe that the biological mothers should do all that they can to, be a part of these children's lives, to also check up on them, if they are in such a situation like this, you all. Because like I said, these foster children are, they didn't actually come here. They didn't actually be in the situation that they are actually in, and they are doing everything they can to be good kids. I said that they are doing all that they can to be good kids, you all. I mean, they only want to do the right thing. They are in a very humbling situation. They are very afraid, and I'm more than sure that this little girl was afraid, hungry, and so many other things, you all, and very confused. I said it, and very confused because these judges, they actually think that they have the power of God to give life and take life, you all, and they play with these particular kids as though they are pawns in some kind of game, as though they can just move them around and do what they want to them, you all, instead of giving the biological mother, the proper tools needed to actually take care of the kids that she got, you all. Like I said, it's a tough situation because she was in a situation to where it is, the domestic situation that she was having with the father of the kids was causing these sorts of problems, on top of having a mental disorder of bipolar, you all, made it very hard for her to actually stand on, made it her footing and stability unstable, you all. So this is where the courts thought that, she would actually be in a better situation, but they are actually putting these kids at more risk with strangers, you all. People who just paint their resumes to be these goody two-shoe type of people, but when you get on the other side of their doors and in their homes, they are actually monsters. I said it, they are actually monsters, you all. So always check up on these kids. It said on August 30th, deputies responded to the call of a distressed child at the home in Lakeview in Spring Valley area in San Diego. Officials said the child, Arabella, was rushed to the local hospital where she was pronounced dead. It said detectives suspected signs of possible abuse and contacted Arabelle's adopted father, Brian McCormack, a 19-year-old veteran U.S. custody and border patrol agent who committed suicide in their prison. On Tuesday, Stephen said it was unclear why he had actually done that or was he involved, so forth and so on. It said outside the courtroom Wednesday, the girl's biological mother, Terrainy Flory, told the Tribune Protective Service took her daughter because of domestic violence, so forth and so on. I had also read that, excuse me. And like I said, she had a bipolar disorder. It said on that, Arabella and her younger sisters moved in with McCormack around 2017. The Rock Church representative told the USA Today on Thursday that McCormack, who began volunteer work in 2013, helped with the administration and coordinating events of the ministry's activities, you all. So like I said, she was around good people, around people who know to treat children as though they are angels, as though they are the next generation, as though they, are children of God. Most and foremost, you all, this is why I think this woman should be prosecuted to the fullest extent, you all. Like I said, maybe her husband also had a lot to do with it for him to actually kill himself right when he's being notified of some actual circumstances that had occurred in his home location. So it said the spokesman added on her organization at the church was previously suspended and was in the process of being revoked, you all. It said we continue to grieve for Arabella and her sisters who are so sorry that the family and their friends are expecting the miserably loss and pain. It said we send our deepest condolences all that are grieving at this time. Our hearts go out to each of them. The church told the paper and the statement, you all. And like I said, it said the legal process will run its course and hope that Adelia and her sister will be served, you all. It said we are praying that God's love and grace will be comforted and healing, you all. Like I said, and this is something that we also hope and pray for. All right, Carl and Jubin, what's up, bro? All right, so like I said, we had a very disturbing case this week. We had also talked about the young little Troy that had also been a foster kid that was adopted, you all. And like I said, these are very sad situations because if you don't actually want these kids, then you should actually return them to the places where you actually adopted them from, you all. And like I said, this is a very sad situation because you have foster parents that actually, like I said, they love their kids. They just in a bad situation or may have made a few mistakes in their life, you all. But for someone to come in and actually take your kids is something that I would never agree with, you all, unless the circumstances are horrendous, or and these children are in unlivable conditions, you all. Like I said, the safety of the children is first and foremost before anything. But when it comes to things like you just gonna just say that this woman is not good enough because of her mishaps or because she may have not grown up in the same manner that they had actually grown up in, you all. And like I said, this is very unfortunate because she was doing all that she can do. She also reported that her children were being abused. I said that the lady had also made reports that her children was being abused from counselors at the children's school. I mean, from the actual counselors and people that were with her at the time that she was at school, that she was allowed to go to school, you all. And this is one thing that I want to tell anyone that may be a foster parent and have visitation rights, so forth and so on. Question your children, always be involved with them. Ask them things, ask them if they are being harmed, ask them if they are being hurt. Take pictures of them, you all, because you may be able to capture something, or some particular pattern that you've seen where it could be possible marks and bruises upon your children, you all. Like I said, it's a very sad case right here. Already. Talk about Face City Cowboy. Already, cool. Already. Hey, but like I'm saying, man, this is like I say, man, this is a very sad case. And again, condolences to Miss Flory, you all. And like I said, prayers is lifted to her and her family. I'm praying for you that you all your girls receive justice, and especially the parents, like I said, because they are up in age, they should actually know what is actually going on with these children, you all. I don't think you just actually get old and see now to the point is that you actually want to hurt other people, but you never know, man. Some people are different, and there is no cure for demons. This is one thing that a medication has no control over. These are some of the things that we fail to address as people, you all. We address everything as mental issues, but there are actually some evil people out there who don't care about the livelihoods of other people, you all. And this is one thing that's sad to me. Like I said, I didn't want to tear too long on this one. I do have a news clip where you can also hear the words that the mother had actually that she has to say about her own family, you all, so that you can better understand what I also mean. Let me get to this here. Hope y'all enjoying yourself tonight. How y'all doing, bro? I'm a back door and come back on. I want to call my bro and try to get us our little podcast thing going again. A little interview. Hold on one moment, you all crewing it up. And they playing this old commercial.
My child was a happy, healthy little girl. All three of my children were, up until the McCormacks got them.
A grieving mother speaking out as an El Cajon woman and her parents face charges in connection with the torture and death of an 11-year-old adopted girl. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Kimberly Hunt. As ABC 10 News reporter Michael Chen tells us, emotions were high in court as the three faced charges.
The heartbroken biological mother says she wants the case focused on her 11-year-old girl and the justice she now deserves. Toriana Flory says it was difficult to contain her emotions during the video arraignment for those accused in the torture and murder of her daughter, 11-year-old Arabella. In court, adoptive mother and grandfather Laticia McCormack and Stanley Tom charged with murder and torture. Grandmother Adela Tom accused of torture. All are also accused of abusing Arabella's younger sisters, ages 6 and 7. The judge ordering the defendants' faces to be televised. Detectives say in late August they were called out to an El Cajon home for a child in distress. They say the adoptive father killed himself in front of deputies. Arabella was transported to a hospital where she died. Investigators say the girl suffered from severe malnourishment and had signs of bruising. Flory, the biological mother of all three girls, suffers from mental health issues and says she was fighting to get her girls back. She says she reported her abuse suspicions to Child Protective Services after some visits.
They tortured these children. I'm shaking.
Deputies confirmed reports filed in the case, but haven't released details.
When they would come to visits, they would be so
very sick, you
hungry.
I see you, bro. I feel the chopper.
Distant, because mommy said, I can't say this. Several teachers have actually reached out to me via Facebook and other ways to let me know that they reported abuse.
The accused adoptive mother, Laticia McCormack, is a decade-long volunteer at the Rock Church and an ordained elder. The Rock Church confirming they've cut off ties with McCormack.
But I pray Laticia and her parents rot in that prison. I want everything thrown at them. The book, everything.
Flory says Arabella's siblings
and like I said, that's just sad, you all, because like I said, to me, you know, like I said, these some of these foster parents, they actually be there. You know, like I said, she was actually able to visit with her children. Her children were able to go to her house and visit with them, you all. And this woman said as soon as them children got there, they were always hungry. You know, like I said, it's sad when the judge can actually come in and deem you an unfit parent for your kids that God has actually blessed you with, you all. Like I said, it was one of the things that has been touching to me. And, you know, this has been a year of these foster kids, man. You know, they have actually gone through some horrible abuse. You know, I had never suspected, you know, even the CPS office down here, you all, they had been in some form of, they are actually under investigation for a sex ring. You know, they had some of these young girls actually in hotel rooms, you all, in which that these, some of the counselors were actually encouraging these little girls or foster kids, little girls, to perform sexual acts for money, you all, so that they can also have some income that they also need, you all. Like I said, and this is all in the CPS system, you all. So, you know, like I say, this is something that, you know, God had me to speak on, and I'm honored to actually do this, you all. Like I said, I didn't know that I would actually be talking about this today, and I don't know how that had actually slid by me without me, you know, I don't know what I may have been going through at the moment, but I'm just glad that I saw it today. And the case is a week old, but this is something that should actually be talked about, you all. And like I said, condolences again to Flory. And like I said, I'm praying that she do the right thing, that she stay on that. If you out there, you can ever hear me, that you stay on the right path, and you are actually able to regain custody of your children, because you deserve to have them, you all, and they deserve you also, sister. So, do the best you can. Follow all the steps that they are asking you to take. And, when you get your kids, may the Lord bless you to live a prosperous life. And, you are able to deal with some of your mental disabilities a little more better than you actually are today. And like I said, I didn't want to actually hold up on this story. Wishing everyone a happy, blessed Thursday, you all. And prayerfully, I see you again tomorrow in just a short little jiffy. For our first Christ game. Peace. We out. Thank you. Thank y'all.